A-Rub protects from spells like Crack. Okay, we've got Fast. That's all we should need. We still don't have any softs though. I'm concerned about that. We don't have the spell soft either. Two really good runs there. And then the ambush. Of course. If you get a poison character and you're on the ship or the canoe, it doesn't detract from their life when you're moving. So you can save a little bit of menu time by just leaving them poisoned while you're moving. It just stayed at the inn. I don't have to use the house. And we have arrived at the volcano. The first fiend is here. Usually, in most runs, usually volcano is the first stop. Or ice, depending on what you've got. And I'll say if I had like ice 3, I probably would have come to volcano before ice. But since I did not, ice was the better play, and ultimately it turned out to be the right play. Okay, so first floor volcano, it's very straightforward. We go from 1 to A, and that's it. And then we'll be taking a look at volcano 2 here once we get past there. So again, use a tent, and if you get an early encounter in here, close to the start, reset, so you can get by. Some people like to check the right chest first. I like to check the left, because there's more. There's only 4 chests on the right, and they all take time to get to. I usually won't check them until after I've beaten carry, but since I don't have warp or exit, I probably won't check either. I'll just leave them. Actually, we haven't found a floater yet. I should probably check them. Should go with the full clear for sure. No, don't fight. Dummies. There's an ice sword. That's better than the light axe. I think Ice Sword is actually the best sword behind the Sun Sword and the Defense Sword. There's kind of a tier of swords. Vorpal is kind of a wild card. It has high crit, so it's good against bosses. But the damage isn't, as high as it would be with the other swords. But the fact that it criticals gives you, some reliability. Because a critical hit will never miss. So if you get an enemy with really high evade that you can't hardly hit, and you have the Vorpal, then you have a much better chance of hitting it. Okay, nothing there. I don't have warp. I'm used to using warp here. Here's Peds. You want to fight Peds. They're very good for experience. And gold. Granted, we don't really need it right now, but every little bit helps. If it's a quick battle on one enemy, take it. Okay. I'm going to save those 4 chests on the right until after I beat carry, because that way, if there's nothing good in them, I can simply reset to my save point after beating carry. If there is something good, then I'll have to walk back out, but I'll save a little bit of time doing it this way. So again, never come into Volcano unless you're looking at 80 to 90 heals. You want to take advantage of these damage tiles when you have a lot of heals to reduce the number of encounters. Now, if you don't have a lot of heals and you're trying to survive in here, obviously you want to try to avoid the damaged tiles. But you'll burn up 50 heals in here before you know it. I want to keep White Mage full, because again, White Mage is the only one with life right now. Now there are spike tiles in some of these rooms. I should have brought up the map. Okay, so this floor you saw, on the top I just went from B to C, and then I went from D to E. You want to make sure you know that path, because if you take the wrong path on either of those floors, you're going to be losing a lot of steps, especially the lower floor there. So make sure you know your path there. There's no chest there, so you don't have to worry about that. And you saw that floor there in the lower left. Now we're at the top right floor. We're going to be checking all these chests. The room in the top right corner there has a chest in the top right corner. That's one of the link chests. Since we've already checked up above, we don't have to check that single one. And again, in some of these rooms, there are spiked tiles. So you're going to want to follow the route that I take to avoid those. As I demonstrated in that first room there. There's a gray worm in there. I think there's another gray worm in here just below the chest. You can't run from gray worm. I think the only encounters you can't run from in here are the wizard ogre encounters when they're with hyenas, or single wizard ogres, and the fire encounters. All these chests are garbage so far. So again, there's the link chest. We don't have to check that one on the right. I'm gonna drink up a few more heals here. Again, White Mage needs to be full. Wow, Volcano has had nothing so far. There's a Wear Sword. It's not overall that useful. It's basically on par with the Rune Sword, the Dragon Sword. I think it's a little lesser than them. So there's our Agama. This is another good enemy to grind. If you end up coming to Volcano first, you should probably grind a few of these if they're not too bad. The experience is good, and so is the gold. It's basically the alternative to Ice Cave. Whereas Ice Cave is not required, but goes a little faster with leveling. Volcano is required, and Agamas are a little bit slower for grinding, but it's about even, I guess. Okay, see, now this battle we can't run from, because it's just wizard ogres. We got trolled. Okay, I need to bring up our 5th floor map here. This floor is really straightforward. The only chest you want to get here is the one on the left. Everything else, there are other chests on this floor, but they're all empty. So just, I mean, usually you can even skip the left chest, because it's a single chest. But since we have not found the floater yet, we should full clear every place we go to looking for it. And there's 2 spike tiles here. One is the Agama. These guys were not too bad, so we can take him out. Wow, what happened there, Larry? That was a weak hit. There's the next level up. We're over-leveled for this point. Here's the other spike tile. This has the red dragon. Red dragon's usually not a problem. Sometimes they hit pretty hard though, and they can have really high evade and hit points. No problem. So again, if red dragon is really weak, you might opt to grind those instead of Agama. They give more experience and more gold. Usually Agama is the better grind though. That chest had nothing. Gray worms, goodbye. Okay, this one we can run from because there's a green ogre. Now the great heal. So getting to know your menus is important too, especially with healing. You can lose a lot of time if you don't get your healing potions down. I've gotten pretty good at it, but I still screw up every now and again. And here we are with Carrie. This is the Fire Fiend. So, I already screwed up. I should have given the Power Glove to the Black Belt, and I didn't do that. Shouldn't be too big of a deal, but that's something I should have done. Fog 2 is going to increase our armor, aka our Absorb. We want that. And we want to get fast, going right away. Carrie usually hits pretty hard, so if you have Fog 2 or INV2, use that. And Fog 2 does stack, so every time you use it, you gain additional armor or absorb. Get stunned, should be okay. Okay, yeah, Larry's doing good damage now. He's got the Power Glove working with fast. Bam. Okay, now, I need to burn a house, and I need to check those 4 chests that I skipped. Okay, this is runnable because there's a green ogre. Really encounter rate. Annoying. Slow is such an annoying spell. It's so slow. Crap and crap so far. Now if you come in here with Exit or Warp, you might opt to check these early. Simply because once you check that far one on the left there, you can warp right out, or exit out. But as I don't have either, I've had to resort to these tactics. And of course we got 2 of them, shouldn't be a problem. Might as well. Okay, that was a soft potion. Well, it's still going to waste too much time. Okay, nothing good there. I need to do this before I forget. Pro Ring, Power Glove goes to him. We did get a silver helmet. That's better than the iron helmet. Drop that. That's crap now. That's crap. Okay. Actually, we want to move that. Any items that have a special effect or weapons, you usually want them in the top left